Welcome to Dreamland Chronicles. Join us as we explore the beauty of sleep through a variety of soothing stories. Our goal is to help you drift away into a world of relaxation and peaceful dreams. So come drift off with us on a journey into the realm of sleep and let us show you just how beautiful dreaming can be. Now, let's get to our story.
It was a cold winter night when Sarah found herself stranded in a small city due to a sudden snowstorm. She had been on a business trip and was supposed to catch a flight back home, but the airport had been closed due to the inclement weather. She had no choice but to find a place to stay for the night, and as she walked around the city, looking for a place to stay, she couldn't help but feel a sense of nostalgia. This was the city where she had gone to college, and it was also where she had met her ex-boyfriend, Jake. They had been together for 2 years, but things had ended on a sour note, and they hadn't spoken since. As she walked around the city, she remembered all the good times she had with Jake. The memories flooded back, and she couldn't help but wonder what could have been if things had ended differently. She thought about the way he used to make her laugh, the way he would hold her hand and how he would always know just what to say to make her feel better. She missed him, and she couldn't help but feel a twinge of regret for the way things ended between them. As she was about to give up on finding a place to stay, she saw a familiar face walking towards her. It was Jake. They both stood there, staring at each other in shock and disbelief. They couldn't believe that they had run into each other again after all this time. They eventually decided to grab a drink together, and as they caught up, they realized that they still had feelings for each other. They talked about the past, and how they wished things had ended differently. Jake told her how he had never been able to get over her, and how he had always regretted the way things ended between them. As the night went on, the attraction between them became impossible to ignore. They couldn't help but fall back into each other's arms. They spent the night together, and Sarah couldn't help but feel like she was right where she belonged. The next morning, Sarah woke up in Jake's arms, feeling confused and uncertain about what had happened. She knew that she had to leave soon to catch her flight, but the thought of leaving Jake again made her heart ache. As they sat and talked over breakfast, they both realized that their feelings for each other had never truly gone away. They had both moved on, but they had never been able to forget each other. Sarah's flight was eventually able to take off, but as she hugged Jake goodbye at the airport, she knew that she couldn't just let him go again. She made the decision to stay in the city for a few more days, to see where things would go with Jake. Those few days turned into weeks, and Sarah eventually quit her job and moved back to the city to be with Jake. They worked through their past issues and were able to build a stronger and more mature relationship. Years passed and they got married, and had a family. They both knew that they had each other to thank for being stuck in that snowstorm that brought them back together. They were grateful for the unexpected turn of events that had led them to a lifetime of love and happiness together.